appraisals, and we do some loss mitigation work, but not tremendous amount.
Well, that's very impressive. Can you give me an idea, well, for our listeners especially, of the associates that you're looking to hire? You're at 50, you want to go to 70. What types of jobs are these for agents that may be looking to transition into asset management or what have you?
Certainly. We've expanded in our broker price opinion and appraisal division recently. So we have 8 current licensed appraisers, and I believe we're hiring 2 to 3 more. We are also to review work. So they don't perform the work, but they review the broker price opinions and they review the appraisals that are completed on behalf of the seller. We are also hiring audit specialists and process specialists and recruiters to increase the coverage that we have of our agent database, both the depth and the width across the country. We are hiring people to sell. We're hiring asset management associates to sell the growing inventory of REOs that we have for listing.
Wow. How many agents do you have in your current database right now?
I believe approximately 26,000, but we haven't used all 26,000 to date, Eric. We have, I believe we used 11,000 last year.
Okay.
So some that we use, some that we don't use, but that's, again, over 10 years that we've expanded that.
I see. Okay. Well, definitely I want to get into how agents can become a part of that database, and what are some of the factors that determine whether an agent will be used as opposed to not being used for to list REO properties.
Sure. Agents can, yes, pardon me for interrupting. Agents can register at any time at lres.com. So
okay.
lres.com. Go to the bottom of the web page, select registration, and complete the registration application there. They can contact us, vendor, I believe it's vendor info or info@lres.com if they prefer emailing. But there's the opportunity to contact us on the website, lres.com. When we are assigned, we don't control where these properties are going to be received from in each location, Eric. However, zip code is very important to us. The closer to the property in the zip code is important. Every agent is graded on the work that they perform: turn time, quality, professionalism, responsiveness, are just some of the highlights of what we do to grade each of the agents' work, whether it's a broker price opinion, an appraiser submitting an appraisal, or an REO sale listing experience.
Do you require that the agents have any particular designations, like CDPE or any the NAR designations, REO specialists?
We don't require it. However, we do encourage it. Education is very, very important. Attending conferences and being educated. I think knowing your customer, the job that they do, the purpose that they have for hiring you as an agent is very important. So we need to make sure that they understand the job at hand. We need to make sure that they are competent, educated, and experienced, because REO is very unique. Broker price opinions are different than CMAs. This is a specialized industry. For instance, we'll get to it in one of the future bullets on the page, but it's very important that the agents understand if they are going to list an REO, what those expectations are and the timeliness and the different systems to be part and knowledgeable of, whether it's Depot Point, ResNet, Quater, being familiar with those forms and having connections to those databases are important as well.
Well, there are a lot of agents that want to get into REOs, and many people are saying it's too late. Let's dive into our first bullet here about REO and short sales. Is it too late to get into the game? And before you really address that, let's talk about, REOs in general. Where are we headed? We've been hearing for a couple of years now about this shadow inventory and about this this mad rush of properties that will flow through the bank and finally get to REO agents, and everybody's just going to be swamped and busy, and it hasn't happened yet. So, what is your perspective from the top on REOs and short sales?
Well, and I think it'd be I'll answer the question certainly, and I think it'd be a great question to have JK answer next week as well. I'd be very interested to know her insight on this. I'd read a lot, Eric, and reading DS News in the December issue, they quote Fitch, who states shadow inventory will take approximately 40 months to clear. 40 months to clear.
Wow.
And that's a long time, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
as far as real estate is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
CoreLogic quotes 2.1 million homes that will take approximately a year to 2 years to expose. So it's shadow. So you've got one company saying 40 months, one company saying 24 months. Also reading in DS News, they state in the foreclosure-ridden state of California, 66% of all transactions tracked in December involved distressed properties. The combined area of Arizona and Nevada suffered 62% transactions were distressed. There is a tremendous amount of inventory that is here and coming. The MBA states that the mortgage industry ultimate recovery depends on the movement of REO properties. Across the country, these homes are sitting on the books of lenders, sitting on neighborhood streets, and potentially weighing down the borrower who cannot get out from under the burden of the house. In other words, they've got to get this stuff onto the market. They've got it. Our country has to absorb what is in front of us. Mm-hmm. We've got to get through it, and we've got to move forward.
So that represents.
I think it's too late to get into. Pardon me. I don't think it's too late to get into this industry, Eric.
Okay.
When I got into the industry, people told me I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In 1989, I said, "Why are you getting into the REO business? There are so many agents throughout Orange County, California.
Right.
This agent has this account, that agent has that account. All the accounts are all taken up. Why would you want to get into that business?" And that was 20 years ago, and I absolutely love it because the agent who selects to get into the REO business has to have a passion. You have to understand your marketplace. You have to understand where you want to go and how you're going to get there, and that's not always easy. Some agents excel with standard resale, working a farm area, a certain neighborhood, by being the expert in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
I learned early that wasn't necessarily my forte.
Mm-hmm.
Other people were much better at it than I. I was introduced to this industry by a very strong professional who had a couple of good accounts, and he asked me if I would be interested in working to expand the business. And so I was fortunate to introduce myself, or he actually introduced himself to me, but we were fortunate enough to, he said to me, "Hey, go ahead and here are my two accounts. Call the banks, tell them we're together, tell them these are our accounts, and we want to grow and excel." So
Mm-hmm.
we took that business model. We had a very good fee arrangement for the two of us,
mm-hmm.
and we did a fantastic job at growing our REO listing business in Orange County, which expanded to the state, which expanded throughout the country, and here we are today.
Wow. So you started off just as an agent in fact, you tried to do regular retail for a minute, right?
For a minute, yes, a blink of an eye. And I found I really wasn't that good at it.
Right.
That I excelled more in the REOs.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. I have a passion for it. You have feelings for those who have lost their home, but you also have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so you make the exit as quickly as possible. But you have neighborhoods that are very concerned that you, as the lender or the agent for the bank, are going to lowball the price and trash the neighborhood, and as far as values and lengthen the recovery of a value. And that's really, you have to be very sensitive of the neighborhood that you're listing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be passionate for. The bank's expectation is the highest price, shortest amount of time, least amount of interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
And those three rules really became clear to me. To sell this property as fast as you can, the highest amount of value with the least amount of interruptions. And that has been the simple formula for what we've been able to accomplish here today.
So anyone on this call, listening to this call, could be one day the CEO of their own asset management company, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny that you say that, because just this morning I was reading on the internet and clicked an ad, came across an asset management company I'd never heard of. Very impressive website, very clear message, gave distinguished qualifications as to why they should be the asset management company of choice. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, here's another competitor. Got to keeps us on our toes.
Wow.
So competitors are around us and they surround us. They're everybody wants my job.
Right.
And we have to play every day that somebody's out there that wants our job.
Now, Roger, you are kind of in the thick of things. I mean, you're dealing directly with the GSEs, with banks, so you really know what's happening and what's coming. There are many different types of asset management companies, right? I mean, where's the bulk, if you will, of your business? Who are your typical client that you work with, if you can share that?
Yeah, we work with state agencies. We work with GSEs. We work with servicers,
mm-hmm.
hedge funds,
mm-hmm.
Couple of credit unions, several commercial banks. So we've expanded our business, Eric, over the years from being a residential shop to residential and commercial.
Okay.
We've been very fortunate to perform property management duties for large apartment complexes, some office buildings, land, and those have been very, very good to expand our business. Again, diversification in any real estate agent's business is important. In our instance, being an asset management company, we have to be prepared for origination times, and that's when our appraisal business excels. We do quite a bit of origination appraisal during the refi boom, and the origination business, and our asset management contracts. But today, our asset management division is expanding. Our broker price opinion division and appraisal division are expanding. So we've been very fortunate to go. If you think about the last 10 years of our economic ups and downs, our company's been able to continue to thrive. So, and that's just based upon the amazing team that we have surrounding to be strategizing and planning and speaking to our customers, knowing the trends of our customers,
right?
Where the marketplace is headed. It's very important to look out the window and be prepared for what's next, if you will. That's how we determine which conferences we're going to attend, who's speaking at those conferences. We love going to these conferences and listening to people such as Mary Ludgen of Heitman, which is HEIT, M as in Mary, A-N, Heitman.com, or Chris Thornburg is a great speaker at many of these conferences, and he's at beaconecon.com, BEACONECON.com. A lot of information is at housingwire.com. It's a great resource. DS News is a great resource. So that's where you can learn of the owners of these